Hello and welcome to the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate that so much. Now, remember this video that I did I did a video on this video where the Hyundai, um, what is it? The Hyundai N, I believe, the Elantra N, where he got pulled over by a police officer in state of California, and pretty much, because his exhaust was so loud. It's a stock vehicle. You know what I'm saying? It's stock. But anyway, the cop was a real a-hole. Now, if you want to see that full video, I will leave it in the description, or I'll probably, toss it up here somewhere. If you want to go see it, you can go see it. Now, we do have an update, and then I'm going to go through that update from the owner on this video. So let's get the update. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna get straight to it in the meat and potatoes. Like I said, if you want to see the other video where I went a little bit more in depth, talking about the whole situation, which I think is just BS, especially when you have a car that's straight from the factory. You know, they're able to sell these. Obviously, you have to pass certain emissions or some certain standard before these vehicles are sold to the state of California. When it comes to emissions, California has one of the strictest emission rules out there. But anyway. All right, here we go. It's been a while. I felt I owe it to the NN community, EN community, or Elantra N community, to give a mini update since the initial court date has passed. About 1 month after I posted my last update, a new Hyundai manager reached out to me and set up a date to have my vehicle picked up, testing at Hachi, or Honda America Technical Center Incorporated. They set me up in the hybrid loaner, and I am still currently driving the loaner vehicle. It is unfortunate that I am still currently making payments on a vehicle that I don't have, but Hyundai has agreed to give a total $500 as compensation for this situation. Now, if it was me, before I would accept this money, I would have talked to my lawyer first before I accept any kind of compensation from the company. Um, or another option is you can talk to the bank and see what can you work out with the whole situation, and seeing if they can take the loan and kind of like push it back about 2 to 3 months, so you don't have to pay anything while this whole situation gets situated. I know you have that option, especially um, depending on the bank. Some will work with you, and some are just pieces of shit. Anyway, compensation for this situation, it won't cover the monthly payments paid, but will not while not having a vehicle, but at this point I'll take it. Hyundai have confirmed a few weeks ago that there is nothing wrong with the vehicle. I assume that they will be holding on to the Elantra N, and I will be driving their loaner until citation state of ref is cleared. I've also hired an attorney that was recommended by a user here. They scheduled my court date for February 23rd, since the date on this citation was the date by which I must have taken some sort of action by. For the next few months, I will be waiting for February, most likely driving the loaner until then. Final update will be posted in February, and I will be sure to lay out the facts, as I have come across quite a bit of misinformation regarding this situations. You're gonna be getting a lot of information, but if you look through the California's, rules and regulations, the car has to be within 95 decibels. Now, any car company has to adhere to that rule. They cannot sell cars in the state of California that is, louder than 95 decibels. So all these other cars that they have in their lot, like the Veloster N, the Elantra N, all those vehicles that have the option where when you change it to different modes, it changes the exhaust note, or it makes the exhaust a little bit louder. Now, I did another video also about a Hellcat getting pulled over for having a loud exhaust. Now, if you know anything about those vehicles come stock, loud as hell. Same thing about the Mustangs. They come stock, loud as hell. There's nothing that can be done. That's how they come. But there are options where you can toggle them on and off. Like the Mustang, it has an option where you can toggle on and off and make the exhaust note louder. I'm not sure about the Hellcat. I think the Hellcat is just a loud vehicle, especially with the amount of power that the car is putting out. It has to have, a lot of breathing room, but it still have to adhere to California's emission rules. Because carb, my God, the only thing that this state has is just the beautiful beaches, and the weather is great, except for right now because it's a little bit gloomy outside. But in his situation, um, I would either just sell the car back to them and just kind of like walk away from this whole situations, or I don't know. I don't know. Because what if it's something that you really want but you can't have? Why are they allowed to sell it in the state of California if we can't have it? Which makes absolutely no sense. How were they able to pass CARB's strict guidelines and sell these vehicles to us, and then we're the one that's having to pay? Because he's spending money out of his pocket right now, making those monthly payments, as well as insurance for the car. I hope you don't have insurance for the car, because it's no longer at your possession. You don't own it. You're not driving it. You're not doing anything with the vehicle. At this point, it's Hyundai's responsibility for the vehicle. If anything happens, that's on Hyundai to pay for it, or whatever. If anything happens, God forbid, like an accident or whatever happens to the vehicle, that's on Hyundai, not you, because you no longer have possession of the vehicle. But 500 is a little bit low. I think they should have paid you at least, a couple grand to cover those other months that you are making payments, because you still have, what, 3 months left? Because December, and then you have January, and then February, depending on your payment due dates. So that's like, 3 months right there. I don't know what your payments are. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this case will go his way? It should go his way. This should have been tossed out a long time ago. It's bullshit. But it is it is what it is. The bureaucracy in this state is absolutely amazing. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe as always. Have a good one.